You won't believe the legends we've just lost. In just the past few days, the world has said goodbye to some truly unforgettable names in entertainment, music, and film. These weren't just celebrities. They were cultural touchstones, artists who helped shape entire genres and left behind stories that'll be told for generations. Their passing has left fans around the world in shock and sorrow. So let's take a few minutes to remember powerful voices who left us, too soon and too suddenly. Stick around until the end. Some of these stories will hit you harder than you think. Let's start with a figure in hip-hop whose roots are tied directly to one of the genre's most iconic legends. Noble, a founding member of the Outlaws and one of Tupac Shakur's hand-picked protégés, has passed away at the age of 47. For those who grew up on West Coast rap, Noble wasn't just a name on the credits. He was the sound of a generation. From his appearance on the Don Killuminati, the 7-Day Theory, including that unforgettable Hail Mary verse, to his dedication in preserving Tupac's message long after his death, Noble was both a student and a torchbearer of legacy. As fans and fellow artists poured out tributes, the message was clear. He stood for authenticity, unity, and resilience. Through solo albums like Noble Justice and Son of God, he delivered more than beats. He gave us meaning. He gave us spirit. In one of his last posts, he wrote about hope and perseverance. And now, those words echo louder than ever. Next, we move to a name synonymous with charm, complexity, and screen magnetism. Julian McMahon, the Australian actor best known for his unforgettable roles in Nip Tuck, Charmed, and the Fantastic Four films, has died at 56 after a private fight with cancer. He wasn't just a face on TV. Julian brought edge and depth to every part he played. As Cole Turner, he melted hearts and haunted dreams on Charmed. And as Dr. Christian Troy, he blurred the line between vanity and vulnerability with razor-sharp precision. But he wasn't limited to genre TV. From Victor Von Doom to leading FBI, Most Wanted, Julian showed he could hold down any stage. His final projects, like The Surfer with Nicolas Cage, proved that his talent never dimmed. He leaves behind his wife Kelly and daughter Madison, and a legacy filled with passion, professionalism, and pure screen presence. Now let's talk about a composer whose eerie, unforgettable tune still sends shivers down your spine. Mark Snow, the brilliant mind behind the X-Files theme and a master of mood through music, has passed away at 78. You might not know his face, but you know his sound. That haunting whistle? That chill that crawled up your back every time Mulder and Scully walked into the unknown? That was him. Over 15 Emmy nominations later, his resume included Smallville, Ghost Whisperer, and Helter Skelter. But his genius wasn't just technical, it was emotional. Snow studied at Juilliard, crafted scores with depth and minimalism, and inspired a whole generation of television composers. His colleagues praised his generosity, humor, and deep humility. And though he's gone, every time you hear that X-Files riff, he's right there with you. In mystery, in music, in memory. Another voice silenced. This one unforgettable, spine-tingling, and cinematic to its core. Rebecca Del Rio, the powerhouse vocalist behind one of the most chilling scenes in Mulholland Drive, has died at 57. If you've seen the film, you'll remember Lorando, a Spanish version of crying so raw and haunting it stops time. David Lynch called it lightning in a bottle. Her voice didn't just move you, it transported you. From Twin Peaks to Southland Tales, she made music that was part lullaby, part reckoning. Off-screen, she was just as magnetic, always willing to perform, always bringing audiences to tears. She gave emotion a voice, and that voice will be missed beyond words. And finally, this one's going to hit a lot of us right in the heart. George Wendt, the man who gave us Norm Peterson on Cheers, has passed away at the age of 76. For years, George was the warm, lovable face we all knew from the bar where everybody knows your name. That entrance, Norm, wasn't just a joke, it was a ritual. He turned a sitcom character into an American icon, earning 6 straight Emmy nods in the process. But George wasn't just Norm. He was a Second City alum, a theater veteran, and a dedicated artist who brought humanity to everything from Hairspray to 12 Angry Men. In his later years, he kept the spark alive through cameos, stage work, and heartfelt appearances that reminded us all what real comedy looks like. Funny, yes, but also full of heart. So here we are. Brilliant lights, gone. From rap verses to film scores, From the stage to the screen, their legacies are not measured in awards or headlines, but in the lives they touched, the art they gave, and the inspiration they sparked. If any of these names meant something to you, if a scene, a song, a smile ever made you feel seen, take a second to drop a like, leave a comment, or share this with someone who needs to remember, because their stories shouldn't fade. They should echo. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourselves and each other.